Agatha, Agatha, the show that really, really, really proves they have no idea what they're doing. This is, I do keep going back to the well. I know it's a little ridiculous at this point, but let me prove to you where my mind is and my thought is on this show. So, this is an article from Game Rant, and they took stuff from other people. But listen to the tone in the last paragraph of this article. It says Wandavision spinoff gets another name change and new premiere date. In addition to getting pushed back alongside most of Marvel's Disney Plus lineup, one series has also gotten an update to its title yet again. Okay, so it's now called the Darkhold Diaries. And I noticed that in this imagery and this logo that they put in here, this doesn't actually have Agatha's name in it. So I don't know if it's going to be called Agatha Darkhold Diaries or is it just called the Darkhold Diaries? Like, is Agatha's name entirely being removed? Because it is. It is another interesting element here because I wouldn't be shocked if that is the case. Like currently, most people still have it listed as Agatha colon Darkhold Diaries, but the article makes a very good point I want to get to. First off, it's another name change. It's not only another delay, it's another name change. So there was um, Agatha Coven of Chaos. It was before that. It was House of Harkness, right? And there's been all of this like manufactured love of this character because Catherine's Hahn, who was basically like a nonsensical side character, and she was made into this Munsters theme song of "It was Agatha all along" nonsense, and we just don't care. Like I don't know who was like, "Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, I'm going to spill my wine. I love this so much," because none of us really cared. So all of the dates have been reshuffled. Obviously, the strikes are still going on. But hear me out. He'll get to this bottom here. And it says, while the release date is easily attributed to the wider shakeups happening and what was easy to see coming, this is the first official mention of a new title. And this is interesting because there was, they've been casting, they have been filming, they have been doing some things. So all this is sort of like in the works. So what are they doing? Do they have a plan? If you're changing the name of the show now to the third name, you're changing the date again, right? But what if they just drop the Agatha altogether, right? And it's just called the Darkhold Diaries. Because listen to this. This is so smart. At this juncture, the MCU is too far removed from WandaVision for fans to be reasonably expected to be holding on to excitement about Agatha's spinoff show. And it's worth noting, and then it talks about the struggle for relevance. So, um, and it talks about we'll need to be perfect to be a success. Like no one's going to care, right? But based on that thought process, it's a very good point because we're getting so far removed for even the few wine moms and New York white Karens that this show could appeal to, right? The WandaVision sequel spinoff show on the secondary character that no one really cares about. Names are changed. Maybe calling it the Darkhold Diaries would be a better marketing strategy. It also is revealing that the show is more about the Darkhold and the witches because it was Coven of Chaos, House of Harkness. It's a bunch of women running around doing magic and witch stuff, and there's a Darkhold book. Will we get anything interesting? Don't know. Will this show be a success? Extremely doubtful. Like, what about anything these people have done recently makes you think this has gone well? Which, by the way, it's kind of fun because you can go over to IMDb and they don't take the photos down. So the photos still have the photos for House of Harkness and Coven of Chaos up there, just so you guys know. But even I think there's one male character or two in the top list of actors and cast members, and they're both very, very beta. Very, very beta. This is not a show for comic book fans, superhero capes and tights fans. So, what do you guys think? I know you don't really care that much. What's the motto around here? Come on, say it with me. Pops watches it, so I don't have to. Thank you. Say it again. Pops watches it, so I don't have to. But it really is, to me, a litmus test, a finger on the pulse of how bad all of this is. Names are being changed, it's being delayed, and then it's like, what if? Because they didn't. I thought it was interesting because it's not really been like a big Disney thing about where we're at. It's not that big a deal to drop Agatha's name, and that might be better marketing. So, anyway, that's my take on it. Short, sweet, out the door. Let's go. We got other Marvel updates to do anyway. Let's get to it.
Yeah. Right? And I'm not playing